Alright, hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be telling you guys all about my London trip. So as you can see, I have a little London themed background back here that says popping to see the Queen. So I'm gonna talk all about my London trip. So as you guys know, I went to Europe for 3 weeks at the end of 2019. It might have been 4, to be honest with you. I'm not really sure how long I was there, but the last 7 days of the last week I spent in London. It really didn't feel like I was in London for a week, but maybe I was. But anyways, I spent a week in London. My parents came with me at the beginning part and then they left before New Year's. I stayed in London for New Year's. So yeah, so let's talk about London. So first thing about London is we stayed in the Aloft Hotel, I think it's called, and that is located in East London. I didn't want to be in Central London because one, things are very expensive in Central London, and two, I didn't really feel the need to be in Central London because they have such good public transportation that I wasn't like, oh, we have to be in Central London. So we stayed in East London. We took the Eurostar from Paris to London. I took it separately from my parents. It is a very dry train ride, okay, because you're underground for essentially most of it, so your phone really doesn't work on Wi-Fi. So like literally what I was doing was I was like editing videos, but even that, like, you know, then my laptop started to get dead and then it's like kind of boring and then it's like, oh my gosh, and then you go under the tunnel, which everybody makes it sound like, oh my gosh, the tunnel is so exciting. It was literally like you literally could, it was black. Like it's like a tunnel underground and you can't see around you and all you just know that you're underground. And so like the whole like the tunnel, like that was like, okay girl. Okay. Also, public transportation. I love a good metro, a good tube, a good whatever you want to call it. So I was like obsessed. We didn't get the Oyster card until like the second or third day, which I was kind of kicking myself for because I knew we needed one, because like literally the cost of the Oyster card when we got it, we spent more on train tickets like back and forth the first and second day when we could have just had the Oyster card. And then I lost one of my Oyster cards and I was so annoyed because I'm like not really like the type to like lose stuff like that. So I was kind of like, seriously? But it fell out of my pocket, so you can't really do anything about that. What else? Let's see. So I'm watching the video over here, so I'm trying to see what else to talk about. Oh, okay, the big bus tour. So we did the big bus tour maybe the second day we were there. It's a really good way to see London and kind of get your bearings. I still don't really like understand like where everything is, like because we've been to Spain and to Paris before. Like when I envision those, I know how to get around because I can envision how those look in my head. This was my first time in London, so I couldn't really like picture like how to get around essentially, and I never saw like a full map. Like if I see a full map of somewhere, I can like figure everything out, but I never saw a full map of London, so I couldn't really like gauge where I was at. So that was nice. It seemed that we kind of made like a circle with the like channel being in the middle, so kind of, I don't know if that's kind of how France is set up a little bit on the water thing. So I mean, I guess it's kind of the same for London. And also Big Ben was under construction, so yeah, I didn't get to see that. We never saw the Queen. I feel like whenever Americans go to London, we're like, can we see the Queen? So we never saw her. We did our tour with Big Bus Company, and we actually had a 24-hour one. So if I had wanted to, well, if we had wanted to, we could have also done the boat tour, but it was a little chilly for that. So we just did the bus tour and we just did the loop. We didn't get off anywhere and we just came back around.
A big bus. There's a little church on the left-hand side, St Magnus the Martyr. This is the most haunted church in London. Ooh, spooky. There's been numerous ghost sightings in there. So maybe, you know, some of you guys here, you've been attending church and it's just not as good as you remember, like when you was younger. Go to this church, because if you don't feel the faith of God, you definitely feel. During the Great Fire of London, the man decided to dig up the body of Nick Whittington to preserve his body from the fire, you know, as you do, and he moved it to the river bank of the River Thames, thinking it would be safe from the fire. What he didn't realise is the River Thames goes straight out to sea, so he actually washed the body of Nick Whittington away. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This is where it all took place, on the right-hand side. And did they ever find the body of Nick Whittington? No. How was that, guys? I'm so sorry for the lady from Las Vegas and the Brazilians. It must have been so cold for you. Don't worry. There's one thing I can tell you guys. I'm looking around. Your hair looked nice before you hit the tunnel. It's still very beautiful on the way out. Okay, so there's a white building on the right, which is the City of London School. Now, this is where a man named Daniel Radcliffe studied. And if you don't know Daniel Radcliffe, he's the actor that played Harry Potter in the Harry Potter movies. So a bit like Hogwarts Primary School. From the United States, Hogwarts Elementary School. Some nice buildings on the right-hand side once again. This is a barrister's school, it's a famous law school. Former Prime Minister Tony Blair studied in stone, so it self-cleans in the rain. There you go. Women always smell very nice, even the British smell nice. You're originally from Egypt, right? You guys are originally from Egypt, aren't you? No? Okay, I'm getting confused with someone else. Okay, that makes me feel a bit better, because there's an Egyptian guy here earlier, and it's just like, oh, this is a bit awkward. Yeah, that's one of 3 ancient Egyptian obelisks outside of Egypt. To give you an idea how old it is, it's about 1,500 years older than London itself. So yeah, if you think London's old, that's really old. And it's one of 3 ancient Egyptian obelisks. There's one located in Central Park in New York. If you've seen that, that's originally from Egypt. And the other one is located in Paris, just off of the Champs-Elysees. Right, so there's a nice little building on the right-hand side. This is headquarters of the Metropolitan Police, and they're the first uniformed police in the world. They were founded by a gentleman named Robert Peel, and the sign that's turning, the Great Scotland Yard sign that's turning, I think I've only seen it not turning about 3 times in my life. The last time, in fact, was a few months ago, it wasn't turning, and we went past and I was explaining the story. And we saw it not turning, so we gave a minute's silence, and as we was giving the minute's silence, a police officer came around and did that, and it started turning again, so that was a bit awkward. And if you're looking on the right, you see a fire just outside of New Scotland Yard. Just be isn't it? It's going to take 2 more years to repair, and it costs us £62.5 million. The tower's gotten so old, it's starting to fall over, so yeah, if we don't fix it soon, in the United Kingdom. Oh yeah. Good enough. Yeah. House of Parliament's on the left-hand side. This is home of democracy in the United Kingdom. So this is, well, in 100 years old, still being used to this day. Now, if you keep looking on the left-hand side is Westminster Abbey. So Westminster Abbey is where we crown new kings and queens. So typically where royal marriages happen. Oh, very quickly, my Americans. Look on the right, that statue next to the man of the chair. That's Abraham Lincoln. Oh, there we are. He's one of the defenders of democracy, the great things of freedom of speech. So here we are. If you want to get that nice photo of Westminster Abbey, as we're coming around the corner on the right, if you look behind you, you get a great view of the entrance of Westminster Abbey. Oh, you know what? There we go then. I done camera and film work in college, so
okay, thank you.
When I see someone struggling, I'm like, let me show you. So there we are, Westminster Abbey there. It's where we crown, it's where our greatest people are buried. Charles Dickens, Charles Darwin, Isaac Newton, and more recently, Stephen Hawkins. He was cremated here, and his ashes are spread in between Charles Darwin's and Isaac Newton's graves. Wednesday, Fridays, Sundays. There's the gold statue on the right. Get there for 10 AM. It starts at 11 AM. Try and get there early because it gets very crowded. And it's free, by the way. It's a big free thing to do. So, we're coming up. It's in Belgravia. To stay here for one night, it will cost you £28,000. And it's fine, right?
And here I thought the Grosvenor was expensive.
Commemorate the Duke of Wellington's victory against Napoleon Bonaparte in the Battle of Waterloo in 1815. And as we're coming around, this man on top of the horse, this is the Duke of Wellington, and he's on top of this horse called the Copenhagen. He loved this horse very much. In fact, it was the only animal to have a state funeral in this country. So if that's not love, I don't know what is. I get to see that sour cream and chive many times. Did you drink all those? Good.
Finally, I did. I can't make it.
Oh yes, so I went during Christmas time. So I also went to Winter Wonderland with my good friend Tessa. So we went to Winter Wonderland on, I can't remember what night we went, but it was like packed. We got to the wrong side of the gate. We got to the family side and then we walked all the way around. Got inside Winter Wonderland. We're like walking around Winter Wonderland. We didn't ice skate or anything like that. But then after we did that, when we were leaving, we left on the side and we realized that they had told us to go all the way around to the other gate when there was another gate that wasn't a family gate like 2 feet away. And we had walked like practically like half the thing around to get in. So that was kind of like annoying. Like once we figured that out, we were like, okay. But it was really cute. Next time I think I'm gonna do more when I go, like plan for it a little bit better. We just kind of like, we were out shopping that day anyway, and so we just kind of were like, okay, we'll do Winter Wonderland. So that's what kind of happened. And we had bags and stuff and everything like that, so it was a lot. Speaking of stuff that I got from London, I'll just show you a couple things. I won't show you everything because I'm not going to get up and get everything, but we all know that I'm a different person when I go to Europe. I'm a different person when I go visit my family in California. I'm a different person in Europe. I'm a different person here. Like, I just, you know, where you are depends on the things you can do. So, you know, we all know I'm like a fashion icon in Europe. I'll go ahead and say it if somebody else doesn't. And I was gonna say something else, but I don't want to expose myself on that front. But yeah, we see each other. So I got this bag, which I'm obsessed with. Oh, it looks a little disheveled. Hold on, girl. I got this little bag that has a little J on it. I got it from Primark. And then it came with this other little brush bag, which I really like, really cute. And then I got these, which I'm obsessed with. My little cute clips. And my pearl one already broke because I wear it like literally every single day. And this one, and there's a circle one somewhere else in my room. So a lot of cute fun stuff. So yeah, London was a good time. I was there for a week. Oh, on New Year's, so on New Year's we were gonna go to a club, except it was like, okay, first of all, if I ever move to London, I'm gonna save so much money on food and on going out, because nowhere we ate except like Nando's was I like, oh my gosh, this food is so good. Like everywhere we ate was kind of like bland and like mediocre. Nando's had really good food. I actually got Nando's when I was in London, and then on my flight before I left I actually ordered Nando's again. So that's, you know, that's saying a lot right there. Especially like it's hard when you come from like Spain where the food is like so good. You go to France, it's like, okay, you know, like, okay, some stuff is good, and then you go to London and it's like bland. Okay, has anybody ever heard of salt? So that was kind of, you know, that was kind of the situation with the food. But if I ever move there, like, I will save so much money on food. And then New Year's we went out and we were just like kind of sort of pre-gaming, not really, but it was so hard to get in all the clubs because it was New Year's Eve, and then it was like so expensive too. And then like one of the girls that we were talking to in line, she was like, you guys know that like the clubs here are very different. She's like, everybody's kind of like stuck up and like you know, and so she was like, it's kind of not really worth it. And so we were like, okay, so we ended up going to Shake Shack, and then we just watched the fireworks downtown, which was like a ton of people, craziness. But yeah, so that's what we ended up doing. But I will literally save so much money on those two fronts if I move over there. So, oh my gosh, story time. Okay, so I watched this girl's YouTube videos. She lived in London for like 9 months or something like that. So when she lived in London, she got her hair done by Brits, okay? So when I was planning my trip to London, I got my hair done before I left, but I mean, when you're somewhere for that long of a period of time, it was like time to get it done again. And so I was like, oh my gosh, because my parents left on like the 29th or something like that, so I still had the 30th, the 31st, and the 1st. So on the 30th I wanted to get my nails done at a nail salon I had seen that girl talk about, and also get my hair done by Brits. Okay, so tell me why I'm looking all over for her IG and I cannot find her Instagram to get her information to book an appointment. So I'm kind of annoyed with that. So then I find the nail salon, I go to the nail salon, I get my nails done. I just got something basic. I could have gotten more intense, but like I just was like, whatever. Tell me why I get all the way back home, right? And I see this girl, like she's like all over Twitter, I think, and she has the cutest like wig and like hair and everything. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. And then I like look to see like who did it. I'm just curious, and you know, if whoever did it is like selling the wig. Tell me why it's the girl in London whose Instagram I could not find. Like when I say I was like researching, I was like, where is this at? Like I was like so annoyed that I couldn't find it, because I was like, I literally saw it. Like if I wasn't looking for it, I would have seen it, but like in the video that she had uploaded, like the link wasn't working, and I was like, oh my gosh. And I got all the way back home and that girl had that wig and it was by her, and I was like, So needless to say, next time I go to London, I'm going to go ahead and book my appointment as soon as I know that I will be in London again, because I'm not having that, okay? So anyways, all right, so anyways, that was all about my London trip. We'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Oh yeah, I just want to go ahead and say that this London video is the last installment of my Travel Tuesdays for right now. London is the last place that I went, so it's the last place that I have footage from. So if you haven't seen any of the other videos, they're all linked in a playlist called Travel Tuesdays. I did Porto, Portugal, I did Lisbon, Portugal, I did Barcelona, Spain, I did Paris, France, and now London is the last place. So if you guys want to binge watch those and check those out, they're all kind of different. Some are talk through, some are kind of just like showing you the different sites, some I kind of like put how much money I spent while I was there. So just check them out, and yeah. All right, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Oh, one last thing before I forget. If you're curious about this makeup look, I actually filmed a video for this exact makeup look. It will be up after this video. I'm not sure exactly when, but once it is, I'll link it in the description bar. So thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.